Hickok 45. Let's revisit the FN 5.7. You want to? And start out smoking the pipe. Yeah, and shoot the target. And how about a 2-liter? Yee doggies. How about another 2-liter? Don't tell anybody that I missed it that close, okay? Yes, it's been a long time since I've shot the FN 5.7, and like about 8 years since we've had one here. We appreciate getting this from buzzgunshop.com. You know, we got that and the Ruger 5.7 pretty much around the same time. And we're going to do a little comparison, which we did a little comparison. And I wanted to kind of update you and let you know what I think about the FN 5.7 now. That's kind of what we do in the revisits. Talk a little bit about how they've gone over the years and at least our impression of them now. So it's really great to have them. All right, so those old videos we did with this, wow. Yeah, I didn't shoot it very well, to tell you the truth. And when I got this one from Bud's here just several days ago, I took some shots with it, and I'll tell you, I couldn't hit much with it. I said, oh, here we go again. And I got the sights adjusted, I think, to where they're pretty close. And I even, I really cranked it. It was shooting left. I think it was really shooting left. I know we always think that, don't we, for right-handed. But I realized a lot of it, at least this time, it was the grip. It just, I don't know, wow, it just felt awkward to me, even now. And I don't know, I got kind of used to it, and the trigger is really not that bad. It's got the disconnects, you have to have the mag in. But the trigger's not all that bad once you get a grip on it that makes sense for you, okay? So that was empty. We'll shoot some more here. So the FN, man, I think it's had kind of a, I'm gonna say checkered history. I think it came out in great guns. You know, the PS or the P90 came out in about 1990, and then I think 98, the handgun came out, and then it was available for citizens around early 2000, 2003 or 4, and kind of came on with a storm to some extent. People were really excited about it. A lot of people were, but I don't know, I think it's cooled off. Yeah, I really think it had. I saw someone saying that this cartridge and gun, maybe too, were sort of on life support, over the last decade or so. And, you've got maybe a cult following, if that's a proper term, but maybe a really loyal following, but not a huge following. Because ammo is still kind of expensive, not widely available in a lot of different I don't know, styles or types of bullets from a lot of different manufacturers yet. But that seems to be changing, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes, okay? But the cartridge is pretty cool. It's different. I think, I brought a 5.56. I meant to do that in the Ruger 57 video. There's a 5.56 on the left, and then you've got your 5.7 by 28 on the right. So it's like a miniature rifle cartridge, and it's very fast depending on the ammo. Now the American Eagle is just moderately, it's moderate, velocity, but it's widely available and everything. It's not as expensive as some of the other stuff. So it depends on what your purpose is, what you're doing. You're plinking or you're going to battle with it, right? But the claim to fame has been, I think, large capacity, holds 20 rounds in a flush mag. That's not bad. And it's a really flat shooting cartridge, way on out there because it's so fast, 1,600 feet per second, 2,000 feet per second, or maybe even more, depending on the ammo you have in the handgun. And, it's supposed to penetrate a bulletproof vest. So if that's an important issue. And I think the Secret Service used it for a while. Not sure they still do. I read recently they'd gone to a Glock 19, and then they're carrying other different firearms, maybe still the P90 that is chambered in this cartridge. I'm not sure. Update us if you know more than I do. How's that for a line? You know more than I do? Yeah, like everybody out there. But I think they've kind of gotten away from it in a handgun, okay? But, it's mixed. Some people love it. Some people don't. It just depends on who you are and what your preferences are, and I'll give you my preferences. That's why I got you here. Before I do that, though, I'll keep you in suspense. Don't forget Apmex.com, precious metal dealer that helps us a great deal. American Precious Metal Exchange. You can get anything there. Check the link in our description. There's a Hickok 45's favorite page. You can get American silver eagles like that, or gold eagles, or old coins. It's just cool stuff. Most people who are interested in firearms have an interest in that sort of thing, so it's pretty cool. I know I do. So what do I think of it? Let me get rid of that 5.56, so I don't want to put it in there and fire it by mistake. You know, you can just see me loading it in a magazine, can't you? No, it wouldn't work. It's too big. But yeah, it's not wise to have a lot of different types of ammo around if they're similar. What do I think now? Well, let me put it this way. I have never bought one for myself. Okay, that tells you a little bit, because you know I do have a lot of guns coming and going. I buy guns and trade guns, but I have yet to own one. I do own the PS90. I bought it from the fellow who lent it to us for the videos. And so it's funny. He is 100%, I think, Sioux Indian. Okay? And a great guy, John, and he still writes every now and then. He lent us that firearm a couple of different times. So I met him and talked to him several different times. While I'm on that topic, in one of those videos, he asked me to please make the comment. He said, all I ask is you say you borrowed this from a local Native American. That was what he wanted me to say in the video. I said, oh, okay, so I did. And that's gotten a lot of comments, but again, he wanted me to say that, okay, so I did. But anyway, I have that, but I never shoot it. And I'm not, I kind of got the hots for it there for a period of time and bought it from him. But I've really kind of grown cold about it, to tell you the truth. And I may let that thing go here sometime. I'm just not crazy about this cartridge. I'm really not. So that's all part of the revisit here. Let you know what I think. And why I don't have this, and maybe why I'm not crazy about it. Okay? I might be crazy, but I'm not crazy about this. Boom. Let's shoot the cowboy. It shoots just fine. Let's put a couple on that cinder block. It's needs more work on it. How about this 2-liter right here? Wounded him. Boom. Got him. Let's go to the gong. I think I heard it ring. It's hard to hear from these rounds because they get there so fast, as I've explained before. So you're still hearing the sound of the gunfire as it hits the steel, and it doesn't ring that loud. It's a light little bullet. So yeah, nice gun. They feel like quality, and this actually has a better trigger than the Ruger 57. It's got a nice, pretty crisp break on it. Whereas the Ruger has a lot of creep in it and everything. I mean, you shoot it okay, but this feels like a little more quality, but it's a weird kind of a gun. As I said in another video, it feels like kind of like a high point, really. It's like if you didn't know, if you're just feeling around in the dark and you picked up this firearm and you say, wow, it just feels like a high point. It has a high bore axis on it and everything, which is not all that big a deal, I guess, when you've got a low recoiling round. So, again, it's a flat shooter, holds a lot of ammo. It's a nifty little round. It might be just what you're looking for, just what the doctor ordered, and the people who like it, I think really like it. But I just like bigger bullets, I'm sorry. And it just feels odd. And I like the Ruger 57, the feel of it better than this, even though this feels like a really nice firearm. I just can't get excited about it. Now, so I was shooting some Federal there, and we emptied that magazine. So before I shoot the last mag, though, let me show you how this one breaks down. Okay. So again, I guess I showed in the other video. You pull this back, and yeah, that's right. No, yeah, you lock it back. What am I thinking? Okay. Too many firearms, right? No, you don't. No, that's right. You don't have to. Okay. You just take some of the pressure off. There we go. Too many different guns. Yeah, you push this rearward, then you let that go, and then it comes right off. See? Came to me. And you've got this barrel and spring in there and everything. Yeah, FN quality, no doubt, you know. And you can see that's steel inside, and it's encased in polymer. That's one thing that makes it just look and feel, you know, like a high point or something. But it's, you know, it's well made. It's weather protected. Made in Belgium. 5.7. Interesting barrel configuration. A nice firearm. I don't know that anybody has had a lot of trouble with them. I have heard people report they have had malfunctions with them. But again, you hear that about everything. And, you know, they are pieces of machinery. Somebody's going to have malfunctions. Then when you put it back together, you just set it down on there. Kind of do a reverse thing. Do I have that in there? I don't. Yeah, I didn't have the barrel in there too. Nice and snugly. It's really cold today, so please excuse my fumbling. So you want to push this forward again, it's released, and then you're back together. All right, so a little different. You know, you've got your safety up here forward, which is kind of an odd place for it. We're not used to that. We're used to getting it with our thumb if we have a safety. But yeah, you grab it with your finger, ambidextrously, you know, either hand. And so, you know, that's what that is. The adjustable sights, because I've adjusted this. And, you know, nice 3-dot sights there. There's not a lot you can criticize about it for what it is. It just feels a little awkward. The high bore axis and the recoil of that round is a little weird. It just, you know, basically you feel like you're shooting a 22. It's very fast and loud. So, and the thing is, I think what it comes down to, maybe a lot of it, this reason I'm not just enamored with it, is it's really kind of a defensive combat round. It's not like a recreational round someone came up with as much, I don't think. Am I wrong? You know, whereas you might go out and plink with 38 special, you know, even 44s and different things, and shoot long range, short range, or whatever you're doing. This really is kind of I mean, it was developed by what NATO is designed to be, a defensive round, or offensive, you know, whatever, a combat round and firearm and cartridge and all that sort of thing. So, you know, that's kind of what you got. So if it doesn't just float your boat for that purpose, and if it's not something you would want to carry and use in a defensive capacity, you know, maybe it's, you know, that's the thing. So I'll just take, there's so many guns, I don't have it on the table right now. Well, I still got the Ruger 57 out here. To me, it feels better, even though it's a big gun too. My Glocks, my M&P, my SIG M17 just feel better to me. And they hold 17 rounds if I want, or more. Yeah, so 17 versus 20. You get extended mags for any of them. So for me, you know, it's a fine firearm, but it's just not something I'm going to probably purchase. All right. So let's shoot some more. Now, what I've got in here now, some of this FN ammo, this hot stuff that's expensive, SS198 LF, I think it's called, yeah. So it's a little hotter. Let's shoot, shoot that. Still working on that cinder block. Oh well. I may have to get out. What am I going high? Yeah. I was missing on some of those shots. I don't have too many left. Let me see if I can get this 2-liter over here. Have I shot that target? Yeah, let me put one more on it. Boom. All right, now let's get that 2-liter. Oh, I ran out of ammo. I've got to put a couple in. Okay. I can't let that go. It's too cold to be reloading too many magazines. So I'm just going to put a couple in here. take him out. I think I might need to adjust the sights a little bit more. I'm not sure. We'll let whoever get it. This goes back to Bud's, of course, on e-gunning. So one of you will have this. There we go. All right. All right. Now I've got more bullets. Work on that center block a little more. So in terms of the revisit, there's nothing dramatically wrong with this pistol at all. Yeah, and a lot of people own them and just enjoy them. A lot of people just love this firearm and this cartridge, and it's probably going to become more popular, you know, with the Ruger 57 out there, and bring more attention to the cartridge, and of course the Ruger and this firearm again, probably. Although this one, it's not cheap, runs around $12.50, yeah, $1,300 is probably what you're going to have to pay for it, for this particular pistol. And you know, it's been around a while. You know, there's no big secrets about it, about the cartridge. We've talked a lot about the cartridge, the history of it, you know, in other videos, and it's people have done a lot of ballistics testing with it. So if you think you have interest in it, if this is your first introduction for some reason, yeah, do some Googling around. You'll find lots of ballistics tests and everything on the cartridge and the various ones that are out there. And you know, maybe it is something that would appeal to you more so than me. Okay? But it works, and it's an interesting cartridge, no doubt about it. And I think that's one of the things that interests some people, is just the novelty of it. It's really kind of different from most of the other you know, handguns out there, and handgun cartridges, no doubt about that. So FN Hersel from Belgium, the FN Five-seveN, been around a while now. Comes in different flavors, colors, and it works. It's just a little bit of an odd creature, and I'm odd enough as it is, so I just probably don't need one myself. So we appreciate Bud's sending this to us, and everybody that helps us. We especially appreciate y'all's support and y'all tuning in. And I hope you're warmer than I am, because it's cold out here today. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.